What's happening here?
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us, only sky. Imagine all the people living for today.
This is a Quentin Tarantino movie, is it not?
Do you have anything else? Maybe something a bit more up-tempo?
Somewhere over the rainbow.
Oh my God! Oh!
Hey, bro, it's like your fucking... Hey, don't like his body backwards as hell.
Funny. Non.
Oh, c'est fragile. Trou de cul.
You dare speak to me in that tone of voice, boy?
Who's out here having dinner? Who could it be? Whose clothes are on? Who's that great ape right there? Suprema. Is it dinner time? Is it dinner time? Oh, I think it is. I think it is.
That's this shit. Yes! Fuck! Hey, they showing all terrain. You ain't gonna stop them.
God, we're at Fast Freddy's Fort Hope something.
Soup for you. Soup for you.
Burger King. Geef het your way.
You're fucking fired, you're fucking freezing, like. Oh, nice.
Jesus Christ. That's not.
It has a really large throat, so you can put full-size pieces of wood in.
Same. Putting them against the wall. If they protect themselves, they're smart, and if they don't, they're dumb. Well,
I'm gonna give Leroy one more try. Go. Idiot. One more time. Go.
Nothing like a plate of hamburger helper. Nothing like it.
I'm okay.
And then this. And then
Ranch is a staple in our household.
It's a sauce in mine. How are you gonna hold two pieces of paper together with ranch?
Many people have forgotten that beagles were bred to be incredibly savage hunters, and their amazing hunting ability is down to that incredible nose of theirs.
If you don't have this, you need to go buy it right now. Ever since I got it, it changed my life. Oh, it's right here.
I wanted to eat a place that sells
is it the things that I get for putting you bitches on? Is it my fault that all of you bitches gone?
can't handle the uber instincts of my uber autism. Observe.
Pursing your lips like
Explain to me how the fuck you got here. You're from Florida. This is Budapest.
You want to bring your chest to your knees when you jump. For backflips, you want to bring your knees to your chest.
Let's pack Amanda's order. Big Papa Pickle, 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 Big Papa, Big Papa Pickle. Thank you for your order.
Mother, I crave violence.
but the cat is not my son. Nick!
He's being sensitive.
That's another one.
Much taller. One thing about front is that you carry your pen everywhere you go. What are the things never succumbed. So bad.
So let's ride. Bitches know they can't catch me. Cute, sexy in my ride sport.
What about voting?
And if you let that motherfucker shenan once, best believe they gon' shenan again.
What about in school? Martin Luther King Jr.
Martin Luther King Jr. What'd he do?
He died from sins. No, that was.
You know somebody done it?
You're trash.
I tried using the voice effect on my car, and this is how it sounds.
They're putting estrogen in the...
Guys. Creme de la creme de Rivas, cream slipper.
Harry Potter still be successful if Daniel Radcliffe was black.
No, because J.K. Rowling would give his character some name like... I don't think I'm supposed to make this joke, actually. If someone else wants...
Tyrese, ghetto wizard!
car wash and there's a fucking pigeon up there. You gotta get out of here, dude. It's gonna start soon. Bro! Bro, fly away! What are you doing? No!
I don't care what's wrong with you, right? That behaviour last night was unacceptable. You were acting like a fucking muppet!
Y'all have a great day. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. If you do, maybe that's a major mistake.
What's wrong? Why are you
Yo, what's up, everybody? Put your hands in the air. Who's ready to get fucked up tonight?
No, bro. Yo! Hey, fucking yo! Oh, shit!
got a pulled pork sandwich and taffy at 11:30.
You got fucking milk?
Fuck. Sorry. Fuck.
Oh shit, oh shit. Back up, back up, back up.
Wendy's? No, more like these. No!
A few moments later.
I Squidward!
August 12, 2036. Heat death of the universe. August 12, 2036. The heat death of the universe. August 12, 2036. The heat death of the universe.
What are you doing?
Repeating this meaningless phrase over and over again in hopes that it will mean something someday.
Why don't you just say something interesting?
Like what?
I don't know. Anything.
I don't know what to say. I'm not saying that.
Get them.
Get in. Get in. Brad Roy.
I thought your phone was broke, Odious.
You know that left-handed people have a higher % chance of finishing their exam on time than people with no hands?
Being skinny fat is the worst possible situation to be.
Yo, homie, I got the flavor.
Come bring out the whole ocean, guys.
Here we go! Behold, object class! There's absolutely no way! Evan Ford's going for airborne, ladies and gentlemen! You gotta be kidding me!
Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, this is a joke, right?
Did you know a frog can jump higher than an Eiffel Tower?
Ain't no way.
This is because Eiffel Tower cannot jump.
Whoa! 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 Max!
I got this! Oh! What the hell are y'all doing? The bell doesn't dismiss you, I do.
You're a qualified tree surgeon.
What's this called then, this latest cast?
The worship of the god Apollo was one of the most popular in the Greek world. The oracles of Apollo were the prophecies the god handed down
silly
to
boy,
believers.
let me get that for you.
Apollo was the voice of Zeus, his father, and his oracle, therefore the will of the supreme god of Olympus. The worship of Apollo was a Greek worship, although a large number of foreigners also came in search of traditions. Even the Romans since there was widespread belief in the The worship of Apollo.
Dudes these days is turning soft. Like, I don't understand. Me, I stay hard. Like, I get the killers on you in a second if you cross me.
And then we switched out his water with pure vodka, and the results were phenomenal. Dominoes, you love to see it. Just wish that car hadn't stopped.
The sanctuary on the island of Delos and the Cyclades, the one at Delphi and Phocis, the city of Miletus in Ionia, present-day Turkey.
Hey, I got you this rock.
The god of prophecy, Apollo was also the god of light and the god of the arts, music in particular. Important music competitions.
Raccoon ever tried the Rito.
Sanctuary.
Hold on, bro. You good? Damn, he about to sneeze. I'm out of here. Hold on. He about to sneeze. He about to sneeze.
He became so important that it carved out a unique place in history. According to an Athenian edict of the 5th century BC, it was prohibited to be born or to die on this island. Yet Delos was not a desert island, for the city had many magnificent colonnaded streets. And judging from these remains, people used to produce, trade, and live there.
When I was born, my mom bought two copies of the same stuffed animal. This one she kept pristine in a cabinet, and the other one she let me play with.
When archaeologists started excavating on the nearby desert island of Crimea, they found a big necropolis with thousands
Optimus,
of bones
you
and
want to see
burial
something funny?
artifacts. No.
Do not make comments and listen, because the questions you're asking are what I have just...
Buried their dead, and where island women gave birth.
Oh, Jesus' name!
No one was allowed to be born or die.
Bing, bing, bang.
The island was considered Not much of the temple to Apollo remains today, but when it was built, it measured 100 by 46 feet. It also had a monumental statue of the god in front.
Chinga toda tu puta madre, hija de tu perra madre. Te hablo a saber ahorita que llegues, hija de tu puta madre.
Monarchs would come before Mr. Burns! In store for them, harvest or an imminent war.
Where the fuck Ronald McDonald at? You said he was gonna meet me right here, bro.
However, the god could not influence fate, which the Greeks was already written and inevitable, even for Zeus. To pay homage to Apollo, the Memeomancy festival, which included athletic competitions and horse races, was held every 5 years all around the sanctuary. Music contests and performances by numerous Greek singers would have been a part of this as well. Here you could take lessons from noteworthy musicians devoted to Apollo. You could learn to play the lyre and the metrics of verses. You could also learn how to compose melodies and adapt them to the rhythm of poetry. If you wanted, you could compete with the great winners of the Delian singing contest.
Them bitches phony.
In another part of the sanctuary, archaeologists found a concave floor bordered by pavement.
Krabby Patty's really hit the spot.
And next time you might want to try chewing. You're gonna blow up like a balloon.
When they unearthed this strange building, they called it the Temple of the Bulls due to the striking metapiece it contained. But its purpose was still a mystery to them.
Left, right.
The concave shape of the floor and the length of the temple led scholars to believe the building had been erected to house a great trophy, a ship, or a 165 feet long war triangle. Archaeologists reached that conclusion because for a long time Delos had been the center of the Delian League, a powerful naval alliance formed by the most important Greek cities. Besides, the concave floor would fit the hull of the ship perfectly.
What am I doing here? What is this? Oh, so deep. Get out of here. Get clapped on. What is this?
The Greek city-states had formed a league to defend its borders from the Persian Empire, a powerful and menacing enemy they all feared. Since they wanted to minimize internal rivalries, they chose a neutral place as the seat of their alliance that could be guarantor of all city-states, open to all Greeks at all times.
SpongeBob.
A la verga, Mario! The island of Delos was just right.
Ahí está Mario.
For a long time, the league's treasure was kept here. Delos was also famous in ancient times for its thriving slave market and its favorable trade position at the center of the main sea route. For the tiniest of islands, known originally only for its divinity worship, Delos became a place of grand importance in the Western world. On the eastern side of the Aegean Sea, archaeologists excavating near the sanctuary at Didyma in Ionia, now Turkey, found the remains of two separate temples. The first was imposing and mostly still standing, while the second had only the foundation, and it was turned 30 degrees more toward the north than the first. Historical accounts provide archaeologists with clues as to
hold the right trigger down. Blue 42!
The first temple was erected much earlier, during the 6th century BC, and was later destroyed by the Persians in the war against the Greeks. Alexander the Great, king of Macedonia, and the first king to be called the Great, reconquered the nearby city of Miletus, a sanctuary built in the same spot in honor of Apollo. Since he did nothing on a small scale, he wanted it to be enormous. And enormous it was. Picture yourself walking up the temple's front stairway, and you'll get a good idea of the building's mammoth size. After the Temple of Artemis at Ephesus and the Heraeon at Samos, the Temple of Apollo at Didyma is the third largest building ever erected in the Greek world. Its columns, whose imposing structure and decoration can be appreciated to this day, are nearly 66 feet high, richly adorned.
Beach with men.
The colonnade that was erected at the top of the stairway had 3 entrances, 2 small ones on the sides, and a big one in the middle.
And what's it called?
Was open.
Oh, I don't think that's what it is.
It was prohibited.
Oh my god, I'm dead. This little girl knows what's up.
Only priests could enter this room, called a vestibule. From here, the female prophets of Apollo, in a trance, would utter their responses with incomprehensible words that only the priests could translate. The rest of the crowd of worshippers could use either of the small side entrances to see the rest of the sanctuary. Both led to the same place.
I need more bullets! I need more bullets! I need more bullets! I need more bullets! Bigger weapon!
After walking through one of the small entrances, one would descend to the ground floor.
Holy fuck!
At the end of a long corridor, you would finally reach the main area of the sanctuary of Deity, a large laurel grove that grew out of the bare earth and contained a sacred spring. The sanctuary had no roof, so it was bathed in sunlight. In the background, there was a small temple called a Nystos in Greek that contained the statue of Apollo. The god made ambiguous predictions to immediate figures, either a priest or a prophet. Responses were interpreted, and worshippers understood the oracle only after an event had occurred. In this way, the god...
The airplane is in the air. Nice takeoff.
According to legend, after the temple of Deity was rebuilt, the water of the sacred spring, which had dried out because of the wandering and burning of the Persians, started flowing again.
Yes. Take your Blake, take your Jace, gang. Take your Josh, take your Adolfo, take your Tay, take your Aya.
The sacred spring...
But I still need a bit of milk, full fat, so I've warmed in the microwave.
That was mostly roofless and erected on 2 levels with 2 stairways, one to go up and the other to go down.
Hey, my fault, you broke. I don't care. Just try to get me tired. Thanks for the free shower, stupid.
Success is achieved only by those who wander around and are able to wait. Worshippers would set off on the sacred road with this knowledge. Apollo's words, they could not fail. The words encouraged people, filled them with self-confidence, making them surer of their own strength. Along the sacred road that led to and from the sanctuary, one would find musicians
Unfortunately,
inspired by
man,
the spiritual
you
nature
failed.
of the location,
It was
who
fun,
would play their
all right?
lyres
Hey, come on,
and
bro,
recite
do that.
poetry.
You're pushing your
Almost
luck
all
now.
singers in ancient times were poets, and most used the lyre to accompany their verses. This instrument was made from tortoise shell, which formed the resonant body. It had 2 horns and a crossbar on which chords were strung.
I
and
make
plucked
the
by a
bed,
plectrum.
and
In those
she
days, musicians not only
gives
had to be
me
good players, they had to be healthy and good-looking as well.
Happiness can't suck.
It is said that the great Homer was not allowed to take part in a singing contest because he was blind. It was on the Greek mainland where the most renowned center for prophecy in the ancient world was located, the sanctuary of Apollo at Delphi. In early digs, archaeologists excavating at deep layers of the ground found only votive statuary with female guise. Shallower layers contained artifacts from a more recent period, mostly votive statuary, mainly with male appearance. Why was there such a big difference? Once again, legend provided scholars with a clue
Tell you what,
for
man,
interpreting
that's
it.
bloody nice. That is really...
It is said that Gia, the goddess of the earth, was venerated
That
in
is
an earlier
bloody
period
lovely.
of Delphi, and that the serpent Python guarded her sanctuary. According to most, at a certain point, Apollo grew tired of the small island of Delos where he was born, and roamed Greece in search of a suitable place to build a temple worthy of his stature.
Ooh, Indomie, okay, is how you make it. Wait, no, that's how you make it.
Apollo slated for his actions, which is why he is often referred to. So once again, legend has been confirmed by archaeology. The votive statues of Gia, antiquity of the earlier period, demonstrate the existence of a temple dedicated to her, while the votive statues of Apollo prove the change in worship that occurred in the later period, and explains why they were found closer to the surface. Once Apollo settled at Delphi in place of Gia, he started handing out oracles from his temple. But where and how did the god transmit his mysterious messages to worshippers? Archaeologists found an underground passage under this terrace that housed the Temple of Apollo at Delphi. The tunnel led to a hollow with crevices in a rock. Scholars compared this discovery with ancient historical sources and discovered
it was 134 years ago that a speaker whose identity is lost to history made what is believed to be the first audio recording in America.
Apollo's priestesses, called Pythians,
I'm always a stronger man.
Emanating from a crevice in a rock. Under the psychotropic effect of the fumes, the Pythians...
Oh God, they trying to drown me in that hole! I cannot see! Goddamn! They always trying to drown me when I drive my bike!
Although this practice might amuse us today,
oh God, I have a whole lot of pool in my shoe!
The fate of the kingdom
Damn!
was entrusted.
No.
The king might decide whether or not to attack, wage war, make peace, fight back, or surrender, based on their predictions. By giving vague answers that could be interpreted in a number of ways, persuading people to act or wait, Apollo's priests ended up influencing the politics of the time. And since they had power, they could be bribed. To have a well-wishing oracle who could help obtain consensus from the people, monarchs and
I ain't gonna lie, dropping the couch
did
is
not
crazy,
mind
but it don't
paying
faze me
the
because how the gas prices been lately. I'm Mr. Hop Out with 380s, charging new paddock.
Just another day, gonna move my car. Oh, what's this? Weave by jump. Oh man.
Believed in the inevitability
what's wrong with my
of fate,
car?
and sometimes would ask the Delphic oracle for confirmation of a prophecy heard elsewhere. Knowing that through the priests Apollo could be less ambiguous and give more details about the future, it would behoove one to make a generous offering, so the priests would be more attentive.
This one exercise will make your Superman back.
The oracle did not cure souls, nor prepare anyone for the afterlife, but simply handed out predictions that could be translated into real advantages in everyday life.
Orange soda or a chocolate
If you offered
cake?
Apollo a big
Let's
animal,
find
for
out.
example, he might predict you could
You're
be
eating
successful
right now?
as a musician.
Probably shouldn't go in your face hole. Which hole should it go?
The ancient sacred road
It goes
that
in the
leads to the
square hole.
sanctuary,
Hey, Donald.
and today tourists follow to see the
Can you see it here?
archaeological site, was lined in ancient times with statues and small temples. They were the treasures of Delphi, Greek writer Pausanias from the 2nd century AD, described with an abundance of detail. This treasure of the Athenians is the best preserved one. But there were many, all containing valuables and artworks, most of which were carried off over the centuries and never found again. Yet Delphi never fails to amaze. Gold, bronze, and ivory votive objects, and a magnificent sphinx, perhaps the city's most beautiful statue, have been unearthed there. These superb objects, however,
Yeah, I'll
were
be
not
speedrunning
mentioned in
Minecraft,
Pausanias'
but I've been
meticulous
blindfolded,
book
shot,
titled
and
Description
killed.
of Greece. Scholars found the answer to this mystery by examining the disasters that occurred in the area, like earthquakes and the many landslides on the hills of Delphi. Had the gifts offered to Apollo been damaged in the disasters, they could no longer be displayed. That's why people were forced to bury them as offerings inside the sanctuary. So the many masterpieces, already under the ground during Pausanias' time, can now be admired
Today,
at
I
the
have
local
one
museum.
link in my paging. You enter my paging, click in a link, you see my number.
There she is. Wow, she's pretty. Let me see that.
Another beautiful construction not mentioned by Pausanias is this Tholos, a splendid circular building.
Picture of my mom.
Mushroom on the sidewalk. Am I doing
Building had a
expired?
diameter of approximately 30 feet.
Don't add me to your private
It was
story if you're gonna
23
cry.
feet high.
I want to see it.
Pull over.
Not in a car.
Just
It wasn't very
listen.
big, but with its 20 columns outside and 10 inside, it expressed the Greeks' tendency to seek formal perfection. The Tholos was an unusual building in classical Greece, and the one at Delphi stood at the top of its class. To worshippers, their images of the power and majesty of the gods was embodied in the beauty of this building. Besides being a place of worship, Delphi also played host to the Pythian Games, one of the four great athletic and artistic festivals.
1981 was the year that...
Chariot races were one of the highlights of the festival, as represented by this bronze statue. Drama and music competitions were also held at the festival, in this theater, situated beside the temple of Apollo. If we listen closely, we might hear one of the oracle's predictions calling out to us. Only those who have the courage to face the fiercest battles will receive the greatest rewards. The battles at the Pythian Games included competition in wrestling, running, and throwing, and the event was held every 4 years between the Olympic Games. Winners were awarded crowns of laurel leaves, the plant worn by Apollo himself, to whom the games were dedicated. He was the patron of archery and bows and showed great courage even as a child. But he was also the patron of music and the arts, and is often depicted with a lyre. His music was indeed music from the gods. Music that seems to echo, even today, this majestic sight. According to this, Zeus, the father of Apollo, released 2 eagles from off the face of the earth to discover the exact center of the world. They met at Delphi. To the Greeks, this was the navel of the earth, their center of the world. And Apollo was the brilliant god, the god of light and truth, the paragon of male beauty who embodied all the values they held dear, and who could guide them through their lives. It was to Apollo that the Greeks trusted their future.
You don't want to see me.
Kind of the leadership stuff going on doing.
$5 through Super Chat. I bro, stay on the bright side. You have a big meat.
What?
Real. Fake.
One fart and I'm dead. Folks, who are you that you thought it was appropriate to send your meme from your phone of a guy on a cliff, one fart and I'm dead?
Which bumbo clock dog I am? Cause this man wake up good enough. Give me a good black clock dog. What kind of like a bumbo clock?
Adam Sandler? What are you doing here?
Waiting for them to play Gangnam Style. Durability, agility, flexibility. Like, come on, man. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Later. Trey is getting harassed. Right before we were going to break. Yes, that's gotta be Shaq. Caressing Trey Kirby's beard.
Honey, where's my super suit?
Kobe fucked up, bro. Who is that nigga, bro? That's this nigga right here. That is not Kobe. That's that.
A little more aggressive on this one, okay?
Holy shit! God, you're beautiful! Bye-bye.
Sir, get down! Sir, get down! Sir, get down! Hey! 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 To the window!
Just like that, yep.
Like that?
Yep. Actually, I think with the shirt off.
Yo.
Yeah. I think with the shirt off, yeah.
Hold you, man.
What's my name? Huh? Hurry up!
I can't do it! Why do you even want me?
I think I'ma just... Let me get a yellow bebber.
Look, you about to get nothing. I'm not gonna play with you. You gonna be yellow bebber and your ass gonna be still hungry, so you better tell them what.
Gotta get a yellow bebber. Goodbye.
Wait, what happened? You're okay? Oh no.
Throwing grenade!
God damn it!
Having a partner is a blessing, true or false? True. So the more partners you have,
The more blessings you get.
Roman needs to stay out of the clutches of the beast. Another German suplex. So agile.
My mother died before I was born.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yes.
Your mother died before you were born?
Yes.
Did you say before you were born?
Yeah, like my father married my mother shortly before I was born. She died. Then, right from then, he started singing even before I was born.
Oh, I don't understand.
There's a song my mother used to teach me when I was 3. I want to sing it today.
Hey, but you said she died. I don't understand. Your mother died before you were born. Now, your mother.
No, for real. She's even here. She can say hi to people.
And what?
This guy, he tripped and fell in the back of McDonald's. Subscribe.
What would you do?
Dad, I got this. If we broke in their house.
You haven't got the time on you, like that.
Come over here and kiss me on my hot mouth. I'm feeling romantic.
can't park there. You can't park there.
You are without doubt the worst pirate I've ever heard of.
What the world looks like on an old Panasonic camera. I forgot to fucking record.
I think I played this game with my sister, so I think she might have beaten some of these levels too. Because my sister has always been incredible at beating video games. She's incredibly
She's
skilled.
good with anything with balls, honestly.
This is why you should never put your hands in the water at Disney parks. Although Disney treats
Patrick?
What's up, Ryan?
Won't be my friend.
Can somebody please tell me how to get the ink back in the lines here on my printer? I even took this off and I blowed in them, and that didn't work either. I really thought blowing on it would.
Oh, it's just Weezer. Weezer? Oh my god, it's Weezer!
Oh, you kind of tall, my guy. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, you'll be first draft pick in the slave auction.
That's why.
Which one of y'all's getting wrapped? Ooh. Yummy, yummy, yummy.
Oh, shit!
Practice your English. I say red, you say blue.
Yellow.
So, how did you hear about this position?
Blue.
Then explaining why there's a hole in my head. Hey, can you record properly? It's not that hard. Like, come on.
I can rap like right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yo, so I got it from the bottom.
We gonna get him out of here. He wasn't never amounting to shit anyway. He couldn't do nothing for us.
Creo que no me siento bien.
Which bumper clot dog I am? Cause this man will wake up good enough. Give me a good blood clot dog. What kind of little bumper clot dog this am I give?
And now, this bitch really be fucking crazy, dude. She hella fucking cut me off. And now, oh, she's getting out now. What's getting out now?
What's up? You want to go to the police station?
For a preview
What
of
you
two
doing?
new
Why are you
Disney
recording me?
classics
Why are you going to the
coming
police
to
station?
home
Follow me
video.
to the police station.
coming on video cassette this summer. And coming this fall to home video.
Yeah. You're pathetic.
Coming soon.
No,
to
go. Get on my way.
Enough is
now
enough.
in theaters.
Enough is enough.
Coming soon to
Enough
own
is
on
enough.
video
The
cassette.
video games are calling and I must go. I
Now
really
available
like
to
this show.
own on video cassette.
And happy adoption day.
Coming soon to video cassette.
Hunt every time my dad says something to test his patience.
Hello?
Now available on CD
What
and
you
cassette.
want? What you rent?
Coming soon from Disney
What
Interactive.
you rent? Huh? What I rent? No, I
Now
talked with
available
my
from
friend what
Disney
time you want
Interactive.
to rent.
Now available on
What
video
time?
and
Come on, man.
DVD.
No. Wait,
Coming
ask
soon
my friend.
on
I
video
don't
and
speak to you
DVD.
yet. I talk my friend what time he rent.
Now available to own on video and DVD.
What you want? Huh? What you want? Come
Now
on,
available
man.
to own on DVD.
You okay? What
Now
time?
available to
What
rent on
fuck?
video.
What time? Yes.
Coming soon to rent on video. Stay tuned after the feature for more great reviews. And now, our feature presentation. And now, our feature presentation. Stay tuned after the feature for the last on-camera interview with Brandon Lee, which includes never-before-seen footage. Stay tuned after the feature for a special Brandon Lee tribute, which includes never-before-seen footage.
Shit, brother. Bro, you know what happened last time. Just drive careful, please.
This is the only pizza I know how to make.
Mario, what are you doing in my kitchen?
I'm trying to make a pizza.
I have cancer.
What are you doing in here, loser? This is our turf. And guess what? This is a no-loser zone, and you're not allowed. Now listen here, Mikey. Brody and Chad are hosting the most epic party this weekend. All the popular people are coming, but guess who's not coming? You. Now run on home, Mikey, before I make you do my homework. Brody got him. Get burned.
charger?
A comet can be a wonder to behold.
Like a cord. No, Civic.
Hirogi, this is my mom. Mom,
For thousands of years, these visitors have mystified, enchanted, and terrified humanity. And even today, despite much attention to astronomers, the popular science of comets is filled with enigmas and unresolved mysteries. Long thought of these bodies as mere chunks of dirty ice warming in the sun. Since the beginning of the space age, it seems that the key comet discoveries have all come as huge surprises.
A salad bowl. Yep, there's the price tag on it. It's a 14-inch salad bowl.
What does this continuing stream of surprises mean for the future of comet science? It means that the four theoretical summits must be reconsidered. The new facts about comets underscore the long-ignored electrical behavior of the sun. And here, the biggest surprise changes the picture of comets altogether. It is not rising surface temperatures and evaporating ices that provoke the dramatic discharge. It is charged particles erupting from the sun.
And now, pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
The coma and nucleus of the comet.
What the fuck was that? Come back, you cocksucker! Did they get away with it? Or did someone let the cat out of the bag?
It seems that comets are born from the base of They are the residue of shattering planetary.
Yes, we have more Jim Beam.
Today we can test two views of comets against decades of discovery. We can pose the long unasked question. Is a radically new interpretation of comets now required? It was only in the mid-20th century that a scientific consensus emerged on the nature of comets. In 1950, astronomer Fred Whipple proposed a model that came to be known as the dirty snowball.
Granny had a disability. She got disability to get sturdy. Hold on. Hey.
Whipple envisioned comets as conglomerate frozen gases, mainly water, carbon monoxide, and carbon dioxide, together with the primordial dust of the early solar system. But a dilemma had to be solved. Comets lose considerable material at each pass around the sun. This means that the comets we see cannot have been around all that long. So the Dutch astronomers beyond Earth envisioned a vast core of icy objects circling the sun about 1,000 times more distant than remote Pluto. He imagined that after billions of years, one of these dirty snowballs would be deflected from the icy cloud by a passing star. It might then fall into the inner solar system, produce an active
from LET, the Public Television Network.
As astronomers came to accept the idea, they called this theoretical source of comets the Oort cloud. By the 1990s, it became clear that numerous objects circle the sun at much closer distances.
100 in Terrell. Right now in Terrell and in Dallas, your heat index is 107. Everyone in McKinney is dead. The temperature, the heat index right now in McKinney is 10,000. What is that? 101,105. It's hot in McKinney.
Were too stable to be the source of most short-term. One surprise at a time, the origin of comets has become increasingly uncertain. But always it is assumed that comets are composed of dust and ice warmed by the sun to create a coma and tail, leaving a rind of dust. The theory suggests that beneath the blackened, shallow crust, pockets of gas form. At critical moments, the pressure breaks through the surface, creating jets blasting vapor and dust away from the nucleus. But how well does this popular theory explain what we've more recently learned about comets?
I hear steps announced.
That's so cap. You got a proof for that, buddy?
Just because I had a dream of being pounded in the ass and I was aroused when I woke up doesn't make me gay. It was fucking hot, okay? A big ass 6'5" werewolf looking guy with huge muscles bear hugged me.
This new perspective combines historical facts with surprising...
Get out of here! Fuck you! You are alive! I hate you! You are ugly!
As electric arcs blasted material from the surfaces of planets and moons, produce fused formations identical in appearance to fused material in laboratory experiments at the
somebody said
The arriving comet moves on an elliptical path through the sun's electric field. An exceedingly weak field, but immensely powerful across the great distances of interplanetary space. As the comet draws closer to the sun, the charge imbalance triggers electric discharge, creating a coma and long cometary tail.
And I made 3 more and all got
the mysterious jets of comets can then be understood in terms of arc discharges to the nucleus, very similar to industrial electric discharge machining.
Alright, now what the fuck is going on, bro?
My wife left a note on the fridge that
this nigga life is crazy.
Strolling as a waiter at the Royal Hillcrest.
Arcs erode the surface and burn it black, leaving the distinctive scarring patterns of comet nuclei. The jets explode from the nucleus at supersonic speed and retain their coherent structure for hundreds of thousands of miles. In terms of an electric vacuum in space.
I'm dripping. I'm dripping, bro. I'm dripping. I'm dripping.
The tails of
I'm dripping like ice.
Well-defined,
like water. Fresh like juice. Come on, baby. Let me love on you.
Bird with the bread on it. Bird. Bird with the bread on it. Bird with the bread on the head. Bread.
Oh, look at that big ass turtle. Oh, you getting a little bad? Why are they peeling him? What the?
Mi gente, me encanta esta vaina.
Visible in ultraviolet light.
Sarah, tell Daddy where we're going. We're going to Big Ben. That's right, Big Ben. Oh, there it is, sweetie. It's right there. Honey, are you getting this? Daddy, look over here. Look at me, Daddy. It's really hyper. Sarah, don't go too far. Birds! Look, Mommy, there's birds! That's your daughter. You know she gets that from you.
As a whole is compositional zoning. At the outermost reaches of the sun's domain, formative processes are limited to the most rudimentary material. Raw dust constituted in an environment close to absolute zero, with no complex chemistry.
What the fuck? Man, I don't want to talk, yo.
Bodies later formed close to the emerging sun would exhibit minerals formed at relatively high temperatures.
You're watching NBC.
Comet built
Can we get a sweet and sour?
Sorry? Sweet and sour very name of the scientific mission. The theory required that a comet
spawned a huge hit series.
Stardust.
See, one, Christy Swanson is buffing at that time.
Yes, sir. May I help you today?
Yo, let me get the core assumptions of comet theory could not withstand the shock from the data returned by the Stardust mission. Launched on February 7th, 1999, Stardust carried with it a tray of aerogel to capture samples of comet dust from Wild 2. And it returned these samples. Scientists could then view microscopically the raw material of a comet. The first surprise was the size of the dust far more complex structure and chemistry
Playing a game of whack
than
fuck here.
theory allowed.
Whack.
And the gel did capture.
Think of the ice cream. Ice cream, so good. Think of the ice cream. Think of the heart me. I heard you too. Think of the glizzies.
Leaving shallow, bowl-shaped pits in the ocean.
100 glizzies! Entering glizzy overdrive.
Or in the shape of particles themselves are clearly visible to the naked eye.
Increasing grit by 7%. We are locked in. Thank you for over 160 glizzies. Entering glizzy overdrive.
Crystalline structures cannot form in the absence of minimum temperatures, temperatures unavailable in interstellar space. The spectra of silicates in cometary comas were evident as far back as the probes of Comet Halley, though largely ignored. But the mystery couldn't be ignored after arrival of the comet Hale-Bopp in 1997. This comet spectra placed an exclamation point on crystalline silicate structures in cometary comas. To get past the problem, astronomers hedged their bets. They surmised that billions of years ago, the raw material of the comet was ever so slightly warmed by an emerging sun. Then all of the discrete particles in a vast circle around the sun were transported outward by means only guessed at to a faraway and frigid Oort.
Dad.
But this rationalization failed outright once the scientists had real comet dust in their laboratories.
So, I mean, how does it work?
Were simply too large,
do you go,
and the
like,
mineralogical
what name do you go
and
by
chemical
now?
compositions
I mean, are you gonna be on
far too
hormone blocker?
complex.
What do you mean?
Oh my God. No.
What? You can't accept me?
No. Not my child. Not my child.
You can't accept me for who I am, Dad? I'm still the same me!
Oh my
One
God.
puzzle was followed
Even
by
the
another.
3D one?
Comet theory assumed that water ice was a primary
Wild edge horses, you might notice some talking flowers. Get close,
No water ice was detected on the nucleus of Wild 2, and not a trace of water was found in the well-preserved comet dust. And yet, paradoxically, the raw comet material of Wild 2 contained iron and sulfur minerals that can only be formed in the presence of liquid water.
It's not a picture of me without
Liquid
a beard,
water,
but it
not
is
in the
something
near-perfect
equally
vacuum of deep space, and not in a deep freeze.
Oh, mother.
Dick, hands like this. One set of fingers up.
It has some new ideas to bring in customers. We now have bigger parking lots for all you capitalist junkies. And if you have a disability, why not try out our new King Tahoe-sponsored EV and handicap parking in a convenient
Instead of
location?
trivial warming,
Or we have a new
Wild 2
MMORPG
minerals
entrance so we
revealed
can
the
sanitize you before
formative
entering.
processes.
Or why not try
Various
our new
sulfide
drive-through
minerals
click and collect?
requiring liquid
Or
water
have you
can
ever tried
only
to enter
exist
Walmart
below
and your swimmers only
210
to be
degrees
charged?
Celsius
Well, now
or
you
410
can, with our new
degrees
Walmart Fahrenheit. And on Sundays, try to all the Walmart Coke Baptist Church. Watch as Jesus turns water
But
into
also
cola.
occurring in
And
the
also get
comet
discounts on
dust
your
was
Holy
the
Marys.
mineral olivine, whose molecular structure rapidly breaks down in the very presence of water. It's a common igneous form, an abundant byproduct of volcanism. Perhaps the biggest surprise was that some of the comet minerals, such as forsterite, in the instant of their formation, were heated to thousands of degrees. Forsterite is formed in the most intense volcanic heating of silicate, but occurs also in lightning strikes
This is all over.
to silicate
I
rock.
think I need to go it alone for a
The
while.
message could not
I
have
can't
been
grow
more
into my full
emphatic.
potential if I always fall back on you. If that's okay.
Introducing Pizza Hut's new Ultimate Stuffed Crust Pizza. With tons of toppings and cheese baked right into the crust, it's unlike anything you've ever seen. For just $12.99.
Just the hypothesized Oort cloud that failed to work as advertised. The entire concept of compositional zoning as applied to comets failed its first acid test.
Look at this shit, yo. God almighty.
Comet material requiring moderate temperatures in liquid water.
I said, do you wanna fight?
Comet material formed at exceedingly high temperatures. Only the most trivial levels of the presumed raw material of comets interstellar dust. A complete absence of water, despite cometary material originally formed in liquid water, though the olivine abundances could not have been formed or even survived in the presence of liquid water. And of course, liquid water requires atmospheric or other pressure. It cannot exist in the extreme vacuum
Megatron's getting
of
away.
interstellar space.
Use your Kamehameha wave.
To this seemingly contradictory picture, we must add extreme selective heating. Selective heating because much of the compositional material could not survive the superheating that created olivine, forsterite, and other crystalline minerals. Wild-2 discoveries have forced upon comet science one inescapable fact. In our own cosmic neighborhood, the diverse mineral content of Wild-2 is typical only of planets in the habitable zone of a fully developed sun.
Can I get a flop? Can I get a flop? Thank you.
When the fundamentals of a theory are falsified by unexpected findings, a new vantage point is required. One that explains and predicts the surprises without introducing new contradictions. The conjectured Oort cloud freezer, forming and preserving comets for billions of years, is falsified by the Wild-2 findings. Only the diverse surface environments of rocky planets can provide the required raw material. And only the recent formation of comets can explain why these rapidly degraded objects are still with us. The bold question must now be asked. Were comets created in recent periods of planetary instability and intense electrical events? Were minerals found in liquid water then come as a surprise?
Ain't gonna fit, won't fit.
Comets now exhibiting no water.
Tsunami
A crystalline structure suggesting igneous processes. Minerals pointing to the exceedingly high temperatures of light. A more unified picture of comet formation is available. And if comets were born electrically, what might the positive connection be between asteroids and meteorites, the apparent cousins of the comet? Wild-2 mineral cubinite with copper iron sulfide that's abundant on Earth and so too on Mars. In fact, it's found in Martian meteorites now known to have been blasted up to escape velocity from the surface of Mars, later to arrive at Earth. A few years ago, things now stated by astronomers would have been considered preposterous. Astronomers now acknowledge that the Martian moon photon, long called a captured asteroid, was formed out of material blasted from the Martian surface. For the source of a comet's constituent material, planets close to the sun's habitable reasonable places to look. A foremost candidate is the planet Mars. On this intellectual adventure, we must revisit all earlier ideas about solar system history. Evidence for high-energy electrical events can no longer be ignored. The popular billion-year scenarios describing a comet's origins will be displaced by things now established as fact. And the changing picture of solar system history will surely not stop at the new story of the comet. Modern comet theory has long proclaimed that active comets are the result of sublimating ices. And yet the comet built through was active, though no water could be detected on its surface and none was found in the well-preserved comet dust between Earth. The theory requires cometary ices, and that's what scientists were certain they would find when the Deep Space One probe reached Comet Borrelli in 2001. But the probe could find not even a hint of water. In fact, an absence of detectable water on comet nuclei is the common finding. When astronomers discovered the fragments of comet Shoemaker-Levy 9 in 1993, they expected to observe volatile gases from sublimated ices, but no such gases were found. When Comet Linear disintegrated, astronomers were shocked by the absence of water and the immediate debris, exactly as later occurred in the case of the disintegrating comet Elenin.
This door is alarmed.
But the momentum of theoretical claims is not easily overcome. When Borrelli's surface was found to be hot and dry, astronomers were not dissuaded from theoretical assumptions. Water must be emitted by the comet.
Funding for this
even
program
if
was
not
provided by the Annenberg
observed on the
CPB
nucleus,
project.
not even at the very places where the jets erupt from the surface. Of missing water need not haunt comet scientists if they will question their theoretical assumption that water is necessary to create cometary displays. There's more to this mystery than common theory can even consider. Astronomers assure us that abundant water is detected in the luminous comas of comets.
No, I want a small sweet tea, ma'am.
You should really try the mango passion fruit seasonal beverage. It's half sweet tea, half lemonade.
Hurry up for Ben.
A lemonade, all right. And then can I also have barbecue sauce? Or do you have like a buffalo sauce? No Chick-fil-A sauce? No Chick-fil-A sauce. Do you want a barbecue sauce? Yes.
It can break the bond holding a hydrogen proton to the oxygen atom. If one of the hydrogen nuclei breaks free from
Ask
the
a
water
quick question?
molecule,
Sure, what's up?
what is left
A lot
is the
of great sounds coming in these days. Is it for guitars and new instruments, or I can't quite hear what you said. A lot of interesting new sounds coming in these days. Is it for guitars and all instruments, or?
Breaking down.
I still don't understand what you're saying. Ask the question one more time from the beginning.
They don't see the water.
A lot of new and interesting sounds coming these days.
That's how
new
a
and interesting
theory
sounds. Okay.
interprets the
Is it for
presence of
guitars
OH
and
in
all instruments?
cometary comas.
I don't know. I think we need to back up, start over again, because the music the last 10 years has been pretty cookie cutter, American Idol.
And one
There's really no
additional
supergroups,
mystery.
there's no bands that are being nurtured, and
much greater accumulation of hydrogen
but
than
music
of OH
is
in the comas of comets.
universal.
These great envelopes of
last
fluorescing
worldwide
hydrogen,
drug
entirely
high
out
that
of
we
proportion to the presence
like
of
free
OH,
happiness and
suggests
love and
that
joy,
something
but,
is happening
it's turned
around
into
the
a big
nucleus of
marketing thing.
comets.
Is it,
that the
would you
theorists
say,
have yet to
is it
comprehend.
now forever, or? It should be.
More than
Hopefully.
25 years ago,
Let's
scientists
keep-
examining the comet
Keep on
Toggle
rocking in the
Saka noted the
world.
problem. The ratio of OH to hydrogen was clearly too low.
Love rock?
if the
Yeah,
original
take your time,
source
relax.
was
Have
water.
fun today.
I'll be crying if I look like that too, bro. That's fucked up what they be doing to y'all. I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. I be saying that's fucked up, like, bro. You probably had the full washing set. Your shit be fire probably if they ain't cut your shit. Fuck it though, bro. It's your life.
What's that?
You were being polite.
About
About anybody that says I love you after dinner and doesn't have dessert. That's out of fine, thank you.
I don't know what you mean.
Well, little girls ain't supposed to have you.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm talking about babies. Yeah, babies don't do
Babies? No idea what you're talking about.
Lori Scott, nice to meet you.
Okay, nice to meet you. Okay.
Cute too.
I'm sorry, really sorry.
You are?
No, it's my fault.
It is your fault.
Yeah, I know it's my fault. That's why I'm saying sorry.
From the sun.
She thinks it's cute that her driver almost hit my kid. And she thinks she needs to take a video of it. Instead of apologizing like a saint.
Stopping in the middle of the road is gonna help?
You being a bitch is gonna help?
I've been saying.
I don't know, calm down. Calm down.
It's okay, I'm sorry.
He apologized.
It's my fault.
He apologized.
Yeah, I know.
And you know what? That didn't upset me. But the bitch ass hoe
Sorry.
that told me to calm down. What I'd like you to do is apologize instead of being a bitch.
You're calling me sorry, but you're calling me a bitch. So set an example.
I'm sorry. My kids can't hear me calling you a bitch.
Your window's open.
They can't hear me because they're listening to kids talk. Attitude? That's dick.
As they move into the sun's positively charged environment, electric discharges the predictable effect.
Can I help you?
Call the judge and get some fudge.
Call the judge and get some fudge? Are you okay?
Oxygen atoms from the surface.
No?
You a doctor?
Maybe.
These negative ions
Where's your
then
MD?
combine at some distance from the nucleus with solar wind protons to form the OH radical,
trying to slide in the DMs?
so prevalent in the coma.
You trying to slide? You trying to slide in the DMs?
Electrochemistry of the coma are certain to follow.
You know Twitter?
And such reactions would be expected even when no water is present on the comet nucleus. The hydroxyl radical may not mean what astronomers have routinely assumed.
Oh. Look how drunk you are.
I am not drunk.
Yes, you are.
The electrical interpretation places a new light on the surprising high-energy emissions of comets. It was only as astronomers began to view comets beyond the spectrum of visible light that they discovered the massive influx of more energetic emissions, including not just ultraviolet and extreme ultraviolet,
you know what happened, don't you?
Good. X-ray.
All right, come on, get yourself down.
In common human experience, ultraviolet light means an electrical event. It can be a sparking in ultraviolet lamps and mercury vapor. Electric arcs, UV emissions are always that's why our to explain the surprising levels of UV emission.
Hi, darling.
Someone has been in my room and taken my bed.
UV light from the sun.
I don't think so, darling.
Comets are electric.
Who would do that?
Their remarkable glow and ultraviolet wavelengths.
Who could possibly
well
do
be
that?
a new window
Who's
to
the beer
discover.
thief? You. You're the beer thief.
The hotel?
I don't even know who you are. I'm walking down the street and you're being a weirdo.
Yeah, you are a weirdo.
Shouting at kids.
Those are my friends.
Those are children.
No, they're not.
You're cussing at them.
That is me.
You are weird.
Yeah, you're a weird
You don't even know. You don't even know who I are.
Snitch, because I'll tell fucking
Oh, I'm a
Carl.
snitch. I'm a snitch.
I know you are.
Call Carl. I don't even know who he
dead.
is. So how are you gonna
Raping
call
me
him?
Over here with the police.
How are you gonna call him?
How am I gonna call him?
Yeah, if
I
he's
don't
dead,
know.
you fucking twat
I
out of your
call all
mind.
the time.
Look at your eyes.
You know what they
You're
do?
so fucking pinned out
That's
right
my
now.
family, dude.
You're a fucking weirdo, man.
No, he's a weirdo.
Moving at millions
Yes,
of
that's
miles
right.
per hour. Release
Psycho.
energy
Don't accuse my dad of
striking
this
an
ever
atom,
again.
or their
What
course
are you
is
talking
rapidly
Jim Hall.
altered by
Jim
a
Hall.
Fields United.
I don't care who owns what.
Yeah.
I'm walking down the
Fucking
street,
die.
and you need to leave my fucking family alone.
That's my family.
I was so sick, and I thought, I gotta get out of here.
due entirely to
Man,
the
oh, man.
reflection of diffuse X-rays
Well,
and
the whole
Visit
time
Sesame
we're-
Street on the web at
www.sesamestreet.com. I gotta get out of here, run for your life.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I told James, man, we gotta get the hell out of here and hightail it.
Yeah, totally.
The whole world. I tell you what, man,
when you see it and you think to yourself, what the fuck is that smell? You went, oh!
Yeah, I know.
I tell you what, man.
You're fucking you.
Perfect surgeon! I win! Wow! I tell you what, man, I thought, never in all my day, I thought, Lord, it's because he wants me to have a baby out of bull fucking shit! No, not in one goddamn day. And there's a goddamn asshole.
Oh my
Hey, you
god.
want that Chris, huh?
And there's a fucking you can protect me with all balls, bitch! Diamond to heaven.
Oh, you're wild.
Diamond.
In July 2000, when the comet linear disintegrated explosively, the Chandra Observatory confirmed profuse X-rays.
Hello, mate.
In recent years, it's become
How are ya?
clear that X-ray emissions from comets are
Not good.
business as
Too much
usual for
drinking.
these bodies. But why? All theorists acknowledge that
Too much
the
drinking,
electrical
eh?
event is
Whoa,
occurring.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
The
whoa.
meaning of the event, the relationship
You get
between
Stay. Yeah, hey, look at You want some help, mate? He's gone. Stay there, mate. You'll be alright.
from the sunward face of the cloud.
You drank a lot?
The emissions occur at the interface
Yeah,
of the comet
you drink a lot of
positively charged solar wind.
Alright, mate. We'll see you later.
Electric comet
Yeah.
model predicts
No, wait,
all
boss.
active comets
Yeah.
will produce X-ray emissions.
That's a what? That's how much is that?
How much is that?
The $17,000 plant that I made. Remember the one at the end? At the
In
end?
an electric field, the required electron speeds can be achieved almost instantly.
Oh, where that
This
drone light
fact was
at you
discovered
had?
over a century
Remember that
ago
white
when
light
Wilhelm
that you had?
Röntgen produced X-rays in
Yeah.
the use of a Crookes tube.
Did it grow that? Did you use it for
Both
that?
X-ray production and the fluorescence of neutral hydrogen
Damn.
are readily explained by simple electrical events.
Got me fucked up, homie.
Come on,
Get a
son.
can of soda, son.
Come on, son.
Okay,
Attempts to
Andrea.
Get a
explain
can of soda,
such
son.
behavior of comets in an
Alright,
electrically
girl.
neutral environment will always require hypothetical effects
Drop it
more
like it's hot, girl.
energetic than the conjectured cause.
To understand fear as I have.
Hey, Andrea,
you
get a
know.
Coca-Cola, Andrea.
You done switched the topic.
On top. No. Put that shit back. Put it back, fool. Don't be smart.
The
Put it back.
single most critical test of the electric comet model came on July 4th, 2005. That was when NASA's Deep Impact probe fired an 800-pound copper projectile at the nucleus of Comet Tempel 1. Cameras on the probe recorded the event, and even the projectile itself contained a camera to transmit data up to the moment of impact. As early as 2001, looking ahead to this event, electrical theorist Wallace Thornhill began registering his expectations of surprises in store for comet science. On the evening of July 3rd, 2005, the day before the encounter, the Thunderbolt's website published the explicit predictions of Thornhill and his colleagues. These predictions would highlight the contrast between the standard and the electric comet models.
Getting caught.
Put the money in my ass.
As the Deep Impact probe approached Tempel 1, key NASA figures gathered in the control room. The comet was racing toward the probe at some 23,000 miles per hour when the probe launched its copper impactor toward the nucleus. The comet was electrically charged. How would the electronics of the impactor respond to the electric field? Through most of its journey, the impactor's signal was clear, but in the final seconds, the signal was indeed disrupted. This apparent electrical disturbance was not all that Thornhill predicted. Also noteworthy was his expectation of an advanced flash ahead of the projectile's impact.
Frivolous with your products, you know, slapping the table,
This is exactly what occurred.
They're unbreakable. Unbreakable? They're unbreakable.
The advanced flash left NASA scientists scratching their heads.
They're unbreakable. Don't challenge me.
Listen.
Don't challenge me, Razor. I will break them.
Listen, Speedy, they're unbreakable. They cannot. I don't care.
Hey, yo, girl, can you give me one of those fresh ass you keep saying?
NASA scientists involved in the Deep Impact mission were well aware of the kinetics of impact explosions. But would the projectile be striking a solid, icy surface or a more loose aggregation of snowy fluff? What they did not anticipate, but the electric model explicitly predicted, was a major contribution from the electrical energy of the comet. The explosion would therefore be greater than any NASA scientist envisioned while working with electrically neutral conditions.
I guess.
It seems that the spectacular explosion that followed the impact was the greatest surprise. Every scientist viewing the live images expressed his astonishment. Scientists had expected to peer into a deep hole in a cometary dirty snowball before the deep impact vehicle
a high rate of violence
away.
And more people living below the poverty line than anywhere else.
The was so thick and the explosion so sustained that it completely obscured the local terrain. To the electrical theorists, the exploding cloud was
Pudgy,
a
how you feel about
effect.
people saying you sound like Yoshi?
Fortunately, the Swift satellite provided a view of the comet explosion, not just in visible light, but in ultraviolet wavelengths, which often give the best pointers to electrical events. The ultraviolet emissions required temperatures of over 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit. The temperatures of the blast will explain why the initial eruption saturated the sensors on the Deep Impact probe. Calculations based on pixel saturation indicated a minimum initial temperature of the flash at almost 6,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Though saturation means the temperature could have been much higher. The first purpose of the Deep Impact mission was to excavate the envisioned subsurface water ice. But electrical theorists have consistently predicted little or no water on most comet nuclei. Nothing approaching the expected levels of water was detected. Absence of volatiles as a dominant factor can only mean that something is fundamentally wrong in standard comet theory. Resort in the search for water was the effort to identify the vents from which, according to popular theory, pressurized gases were escaping at the extraordinary velocities of Tempo 1's observed jets. The vents were never found. Due to the lens of standard theory, some predictions of electric model could only appear absurd. Thornhill anticipated that the locations of the comet jets could actually shift as charge redistribution occurred on the nucleus after a significant electrical event. Confirmation of this prediction came from the Nordic Optical Telescope in La Palma, Spain. As released by the observatory, 2 images of the comet before impact and hours later tell the story of tragedy. 15 hours after the blast, new jets appeared far from the location of the impact itself. Deep Impact mission promised to give us the best images ever of a comet nucleus. On the eve of the impact, the Thunderbolts group stated the electrically predicted surface features with no uncertain terms. The surface of Temple 1 astonished the experts. Expansive mesas and steep vertical ridges did not belong on a comet. The presence of craters sparked a debate that continues today. Fortunately, scientists had an opportunity for a second look at Temple 1. After the Stardust mission to Comet Hilt 2, that probe was redirected to the object of the Deep Impact mission. Stardust was then renamed NEXT, or New Exploration of Temple 1. It would give additional views of the comet's surface.
Look out! Come on, big guy.
The arrival of the Mexico probe, old mysteries only grew more perplexing, leaving scientists to debate the contradictions of theory. Even the scalloping of mesa walls and nearly vertical
Doing some home improvements, Roman. You're going to build this mansion you tell me about? Oh, funny guy. We're going to get money. In America, you need money to do anything. You're taking me to a backroom game where I'll win all the dollars we need to really see this town. Nightclub, women, titties! You can play, right? DC Dog. I am the best. I kick all the asses that play me. They call me the janitor. Because you can't pay your debts and they make you mop the floor? Never what? Honey, no. I'm the janitor because I always clean up. I always win. Get it? Чисто наравно. I seriously hope your cards are better than your net missions. Only problem is I'm playing with some money I meant to give to these Albanian scumbags. Here's hoping they don't show up, eh? We got loan sharks after us. Roman, that's the shava. After me, and it doesn't matter anyway. When I've played this game, I'll have enough money to pay them back 10 times. Oni su slabičuju u svakom slučaju.
Fields of craters are readily produced by electric surface. Nothing observed on cometary nuclei has contradicted the electrical interpretation.
Let's see what I can do about getting money to town. You think anyone will let me take a
Here is the most fundamental question one could ask about active comets. Is electric arcing occurring at the surface? If so, should we not see this arcing where there is sufficient camera resolution? Yet a good example is streams of neutrons came higher, where the sensors of the Galileo probe were saturated by apparent electric arcs, producing blotches of whiteout. The second example came with the Stardust mission. Small saturation points on the surface of Comet 32, but with insufficient resolution to make a definitive case for what the electrical theorists. The enigmatic whiteouts on the active surface of Temple 1 were everything the electrical theorists could have asked for. And the most prominent were placed exactly where the electric quantum innovations loading the tips of basal walls, extending the floors of numerous buildings into pressure. And yet these extensive blotches of light, like achieving occasional and yet indicating curiosity as to their cause.
Welcome. You look famous. Can I help you?
But now, with a second look at Temple,
Enjoy your meal
we
fast.
can contrast the surface activity of the comet under two different circumstances. The impact occurred just one day before the comet reached perihelion, closest to the Sun. But the Stardust next mission arrived 34 days after perihelion, as the comet retreated from the Sun, and the electrical activity of the Sun itself was far below its activity at the time of the impact. July 2nd, 2005, 2.5 days before deep impact, the Space Weather website reported a remarkable surge in sunspot appearance, a direct indicator of surging solar activity. Temple 1, this means different levels of proton bombardment a couple of days after the ejected particles left the solar surface. Contrast active comets presents an abundance of light, less active, almost none.
Why are we going to this hardware store? You need to buy something? No, the business shut down a long time ago. We go there because some guys are playing cards. I'm going to take them for everything they have. I have the feeling the only thing you will come out of there with is more debt. Novecchie Sato Buntapuro. No, this is my game that they play. I have read all the books. You know Card Jabowitz? No. He on TV all time. The buffet card. Come on. Anyway, I read this book, May Contain Nuts. What does this mean? Contain nuts. It's about making other players think you have best cards. Make them think you have the nuts in your hand. If you have their nuts in your hand, I believe they will know about it anyway. Nico, wait for me here while I go inside to clean up.
3 craters close to the dominant basin had been further excavated to form a single electric arcs extend crater floors and erode the ridges of mesas and elevated terrain. The typical signature of both is the skeleton arcs. And it is no surprise to the electrical theorists that these processes energize a comet's jets. In fact, almost all of the jets at Temple 1 captured in its less active phase are said to have emanated from the erosion of a prominent scalloped cliff.
It's so quiet out here, Roman. You winning? All interested.
Don't worry, I'm getting so many bullets, it's like I'm an egg.
And this must be the loan sharks.
Fired at the comet, scientists were confident it would strike a dirty, snowy surface, penetrating well below the surface to excavate deep material. That's how the mission would expose
Guys, you guys are going in the store. I think they are the loan sharks you speak of.
Shit, we're down.
Better get out of there.
All right, I'm coming.
Above the surface of an electrical event.
Shit, they must have been told I was here.
Then the removed material with the silicon
Please
dust
don't hurt the men after us, cousin. They hate me enough as it is.
beneath the surface.
Get us back to the depot, quick!
Facilitate the investigation after the subsurface explosion. Targets of the station
You think they saw me? Of course they saw you. I mean, you're a distinctive man, Roman. This is why the ladies love me. Fuck those Shylocks, they'll get their money. They just have to wait. We should stand up to them. Gideti e pogos. Nico, you're new. You don't understand the way things work. Oh, yeah? We are at the bottom of the ladder, man. These thugs push us around, but they are not to be feared. It is the Russian mobsters, land bosses that run everything. Be careful of them. We're here. Oh, you like your phone? Maybe one day you'll get the premium quality one like mine. Then you will have really made it. I can only wish. See you later, cousin.
In this question, the investigation of the weird and theory-defying science. A typical comet gravity is perhaps 1 billionth that of Earth. Mere walking speed would be sufficient to escape the nucleus altogether. How would accepted theory allow material exploding from the comet at thousands of miles per hour to return to a finite point of departure and refill the crater? Is water production in the coma of an active comet. Abundant water, or hydroxyl, in the coma of Temple was readily confirmed, though NASA investigators saw only trivial levels of water on the surface. According to the scientific reports, the observed jet and coma activity of the comet would require 200 times more exposed water ice on the surface than was actually detected. This fact could only accentuate the absence of any vents to the previously supposed pressure chambers beneath the surface. No theoretically acceptable cause could be found for the energies of the comet's jet. Nothing was observed that could account for the abundant hydroxyl or water in the coma. But this dilemma is removed by the electric comet model. The model explains the absence of water, the energies of the jets, and the absence of vents to subsurface chambers. The presence of hydroxyl and water in the coma, but not as a general rule on the surface or beneath the surface, is a prediction of the electric model. The evidence points to high-energy electrical exchange. Electrically sputtered silicates from a negatively charged comet nucleus, transacting with the charged particles of the solar wind. Water production through the electrochemistry of charge redistribution. Paradox of trivial surface ice on Temple 1 then finds a profound explanation. Ice was produced electrically in the coma. Meager amounts of this water ice later drifted from the coma to the surface, condensing as a few shallow drops. It's the hydroxyl radical that gives us the persuasive element. Investigators thought they saw an injection of water explosively from the nucleus several days after the eruption of dust had returned to normal. But that conclusion arose from an unsupported October 24th, only days after the expected explosive investigators had remained in the U.S. an extremely faint and water cloud of dust within the all that could be seen. That increase did not begin until 5 days after deep impact. How did normal production and virtual disappearance per day increased by at least 250% in the role of continuing for 5 more days? Electrical events. And the charged particles of a coronal mass ejection struck the comet element. The oppositely charged nucleus could not withstand electrical field. As reported, the rise in water content of the cone all occurred with no increase in induction. No increase in dust. Electrical theorists assure us that's the fact that precludes the investigators' interpretation. No practical experiment. Comet outbursts are never dust-free. A chunk of ice would disintegrate explosively under gentle warming from the sun. In electrical terms, the rapid increase in hydroxyl or water would predictably come. The explosive demise of comets cannot be due to solar heating. X-ray emissions, in fact, eruptions and comet disintegration of a highly energetic, so remote from the electrical event, warming is not even a flood of X-ray emissions. And the water of we saw one of the most improbable flarings in the case of Comet Halley, a regular visitor to the inner solar system. Reconsideration of water production. 1990 will comet 5 years after Halley's closest approach to the sun. It was well beyond the orbit of Uranus. In fact, the contribution of particles from the sun to comet activity is now acknowledged. It erupted. It happened in 2012 when the distinguished Russian astronomer Suvan Ibidov's paper appeared in the journal Advances in Space Research. Professor Ibidov's paper described a comet nucleus responding to charged particles from the sun. His calculated capacitor-like discharges were equivalent to observed energies of comet flaring. It seems that only one consideration remains. Now that the door has been opened to discussion of the sun's electrical role in comet discharges, how long can that role be overlooked at the time solar wind activity had peaked at a higher level than had been seen in decades? Then 2 astronomers observed that the charged particles of a powerful taken as a whole, the message of deep impact is remarkably would have likely reached Halley around February 9th, the date of the outburst. A surprise to comet science. The coincidence of the outburst with that arrival. These surprises were the explicit predictions of the electric model. Deep impact provided us with a stunning confirmation of the electric key to comet confirming as well the larger electrical environment. To this day, astronomers have no explanation for the sudden and spectacular brightening of converging evidence from every line of investigation. It had been moving rapidly clear that the space will be forever suddenly grew by a factor of 1,000,000, making it even larger than the sun. Perhaps was it a coincidence that just 2 days before the comet's display, there was a sharp spike in the output of the solar wind. 2010. In the electrical view, the sudden arrival of charged particles from the sun will explain what otherwise would have no known cause. Electrical surges and capacitor breakdowns go together. High-tech image processing later showed that the investigators by surprise. Many facts are double loads, right? No sense. Determining the results likened it to a comet flare brighter, breaking a dog bone and a bowling. Plywood accretion 1976, Comet West brightened greatly in a series of outbursts, perhaps a dozen or so, such a then shocked astronomers by breaking into fragments. Standard accretion theories measured by the sun is not a reasonable explanation of such always claimed that comets when Comet Vertanen fragmented in 1957, it was just inside the orbit of icy Saturn. Much the same occurred in the case of Comet Biela Bambi. Hartley, too, revealed a split personality. Astronomers were in disbelief when they discovered that the two lobes more than once comets have broken up at their greatest distances from the sun, well beyond the orbit of Neptune. And when breakup occurs, the fragments have separated at inexplicably high velocity. The mainstream theory has no explanation for the energy driving such events. But why?
Just a bit too light.
The progressive disintegration of the comet Schwarzmann-Bachmann 3 beginning in 1995 left astronomers grasping for answers. 150 million miles away, it brightens the primary outgassing of Hartley 2 was coming from the smaller lobe. Then astronomers discovered that the comet was highly at least 4 pieces. Then in 2006, the comet formed separately at much different magnitudes of the comet in progress. And here again we meet undeniable evidence of a common history, then planets and comets. More than 3 dozen and well-differentiated materials come to the comet zone to disintegrate completely, some within the span of a single day. Remarkably similar to the fate of Ellen was the explosive demise of comets and their masses. Would involve linear energy from its outermost regions on a highly eccentric orbit. For the electrical theorists, that means a maximum change in the electrical environment. As it approached its perihelion, some 70 million miles from the sun, it flared, then rapidly disintegrated. The disintegration of linear provides a strong parallel to the story of Eleanor. The teardrop form of the smooth waste of particles has invited extreme speculations from NASA scientists. A comet was left a mile wide that had clouds of gravity. The expected abundant gravity has nevertheless guided dust from the ends of the comet, as reported by Leonid Eleanor himself.
Pap's on X Games mode out here, boys.
Was missing.
Oh, fuck, Brandon.
Charged particles from the sun are triggers for outbursts and disintegration of comets. The behavior of these bodies has almost nothing to do with relative masses or surface scientists decide conjectural extreme with the electric force. Electrostatic deposition is well established in the environments of electric discharge. Is it possible that one question could remove the anomalies? That one answer could explain the flaring, the fragmentation, spectacular and catastrophic demise of cosmic entry. Comet scientists. Jets erupted from the sunward face of the comet, but could also be seen exploding from regions of the same In the electric universe view of comets, these bodies were excavated from planetary surfaces and cosmic violence. From this vantage point, even asteroids and meteors originated from the same or similar event. Theory is always electrical theorists have gathered many volumes of evidence to show that planets once areas of brightness or in violent encounters, planets were immersed in electric discharge as stupendous arcs pass between these charged are a requirement. Electric arcs acting on planetary surfaces and on the resulting dense clouds of dust and debris fused material into the unique shapes of comets and asteroids, including the double-lobed forms often observed, driving the explosive jets, and in the process, comet partly fused into its odd shape by electric discharge. In one of the first electrical experiments by plasma scientist C.J. Ransom, the fusing of surface material produced a near-perfect replica of Hartley 2's unique morphology. The only appreciable difference was in the relative sizes of granular material, as we'd expect. Could this remarkable similarity be merely accidental? Would involve virtually no pressure. At Hartley 2's smaller end, mission scientists observed what they call shiny clumps or cubicles reaching up to 16 stories tall.
To wake up in
They were
paradise?
not just oddly configured.
Living and traveling
they were 2
in
or
a
3
van
times more
is the pure
reflective
essence
than
of
other
freedom.
surface materials. Here's a remarkable fact reported by look again at the Hartley counterpart produced in Dr. Ransom's prior to the arrival of epoxy. Here we see materials fused electrically into tiny, more
Ce ne serait pas plus simple comme ça.
giving us the very answer that cyanide occurred over little more than a week. Fusing of material into glassified texture will multiply reflectivity. Typically, during the ebb and flow of a comet's activity, we see a consistent proportion of removed dust to the gases emitted. But the epoxy probe detects so the mysteries of comets deepen. And the most urgent need is to reconsider the nature of comets as a whole. It seems that anomalies are just too easily ignored or forgotten. Equally stunning was the fact that recurring anomalies can be the door to discovery. What better way to move science forward than ask the source if the source was in fact on the nucleus? Popular astronomy has long imagined comets to be dirty chunks of ice moving through electrically neutral space. That the cyanide abundance, a growing number of electrical experts see comets from the electrochemical activity responding electrically as they move more deeply into the electric field of the sun. A highly active comet and one question leads inexorably to another. The mystery of cyanide comets form. To clarify this issue, we consulted with Dr. Franklin in place against the force of the solar wind and lecturer at the Singapore University. How are the long filamentary tails created and maintained in the extreme vacuum of space? And we subsequently invited him force creates and confines the powerful collimated jets on the nucleus. What is the source of the intensely energetic X-ray? Found that electrochemical events could
Why are you taking the photo, bastard?
Because you're afraid.
Why? Bastard! You mental bastard!
You see
Never come, wait.
Hocus pocus, there's pizza on your focus.
They
say Glasgow's full of specky bombs, let's find out. Excuse me, mate, is it 2 Glasgow's full of specky bombs? Off your pricklet.
And gas production within the comas of comets. Electrochemistry requires a voltage difference. The collapse of the theory began with the visit to comet Halley, the discovery of forbidden negative cyanide and most of the old. As for cyanide, astronomers were stunned to find that the bone-dry surface of Borelli was the opposite of the dirty snowball expected. Cyanide would be the foundations of the Oort cloud theory were overthrown by a series of discoveries, beginning with the recovery of comet dust from Wild 2. And the dust could
I do not like a little shit like
diverse
that.
materials of the planet.
Oh yeah, one of the best things about being in nature is drinking from a fresh mountain stream. I mean, you cannot beat the taste of mountain water. I've got to admit though, that water's got a bit of a strange taste to it, not I felt before. Maybe it's just the extra minerals from the rock goodness, the nutrition. Anyway, let's get on with climbing the mountain.
The advanced flash, the astonishing energies of the impact explosion. Either way, the sharply carved surface of the nucleus, direct evidence of surface arcing that must be explored. The changing jet positions, the overwhelming dominance of dust, not water, in the immediate explosion.
You did?
Then we returned to the comet in 2011 and found that the excavation of mesas and ridges on the nucleus had occurred exactly as the electric model had miles from Earth.
What the
You in my subway? How you managed to get there?
Show that the comet partly flew high in 2001. Editors of the electrical theory
How's he got in there? Well, I don't know.
Based on the size of its coma, most astronomers
Just because I like alternative music, it does not mean I want to listen to Fat Lip by some point over and over again.
Earth-crossing orbit sparked an outburst of internet rumors, the imagined subsurface pressure chambers. Most remarkable, dust-covered waste comet was shiny cuticles on the surface, profoundly all pointing emphatically to the electric comet. And even the end of the world. Decades of comet exploration have now demonstrated beyond any reasonable doubt the separate connection of comet activity to electrical attributes of the sun and its dome. Experts remind erratic flaring of comets and the explosive disintegration of such bodies occur naturally in the sun's electric field, and particularly in response to a sudden increase in charged particles ejected by the sun. Nor can comet science afford to ignore the experimental evidence. Most significantly, the ability of the electric arcs to create the extraordinary morphologies of comet nuclei and their cousins, asteroids. As it turned out, our understanding of comets is already in forever change. This new perspective does not stop with comets. In the verification of the electric comet, Ellen events brighter than everything we thought we knew about comets, about solar system history, and about the history of our own planet, when a powerful coronal mass ejection erupted from the sun. On August 19th, the CME struck the comet Eleanor. The comet flared brightly, appearing to disintegrate explosively while rapidly.
In the place with the slamming bass and edge, bit of pace, bit in the place, safe to be, ecstasy, safe to be with the bass in your face, with the bitches in the place, rocking the place.
Relax, drink a Stella, you know it make you feel better. Relax, drink a Stella.
that low-key scared me when it came on. Jake, do it again! Do it again, Jake!
Guys, I'm downtown in this Baltic weather, freezing, need to go home, but this has just happened. I have a cat on me. I don't know whose cat this is. It just jumped on me and I can't leave it here. Look what the... It's freezing. Oh, I can't look. It was making biscuits. I've been here about half hour. No, he's out like a light. He's gone. He's fast asleep.
I'm not being funny, right? But I'm so fucking ill. And I'm sick of coughing and pissing myself. And I can't breathe. And I literally just want to walk around like this all day, but I can't.
You alright, love? How you doing? Do you mind if I pop my fag? Are you insane?
This fucker is sleeping in the van.
Jim!
Harrington, don't go too fast.
Bro! So quick.
I thought he was standing on something.
Has anyone else just come to the realization that no matter how much you sleep and how well rested you are, You're always going to be fucking tired.
Retail analysts say sales of any old shit are
Don't accuse me.
And judging from these regret.
And stuff. Customers. We now have big.
We got loan shark.
Crystalline structures can stardust.
It's right.
Oh, Panasonic. He was standing on something.
God.
Reproducing like discharges.
So once again,
A little more aggressive on this one, okay?
Nickel and electrically. Little more than a week. Fusing.
Kids.
Perhaps the biggest.
Have been a part of this as well.
In the water at Disney parks. Although
With the charged part. Rapid increase in hydroxide lead to recent formation. Certain to fall.
You know Twitter?
Open discussion of the environment close.
Drinking Stella, you know it might.
Air into a deep hole in a standard and the electric.
Guitars and
System history and about
It was on the Greek name. Ooh, Indomie.
art discard. Electric masses are most urgent need. Explain why the initial eruption. This new at the interface
Instead of being a bitch. You're calling it.
is jets of comets and then beyond the neighborhood, the diverse.
Oh, Brandon.
In this comet science afford to ignore. Erupted from the sunward.
Examining the disaster.
Rocky planets. You only guessed that to the new. Really like Brooks, you could put. And I don't know. Explain why the initially.
Important that a carved out.
Oh, I'm a bitch.
I don't know what to.
Oh, stop.
Why? When it explained.
He would.
No, wait a minute.
Greater than any NASA science. provoke the dramatic
Yeah, one of the best things.
Most of which love to see it. Just drinking, eh?
Doing? Why do we even? Really made it. 14-inch. Textured. Reserve. Crystalline silicate structures.
So fucking hell.
Beneath the deep impacts. Solar system. Yes. One question leads in X.
Hey, I got you this right.
I think we need to back up, start over again.
Why?
At the Royal Health Risk.
Because you can't pay your debts.
Oh my God. For the source of the comet, there's no maximum.
The sacred spring never fails to amaze.
How much?
Are you gonna call him? How many times?
Explain. Electrical disturbance was nevertheless
Yes, sir, ma'am.
rejected by the sun. Watch a picture of me. On key now.
Get out of here.
Do entirely.
Funky.
Oh, Sherlock, so get there.
That all of you bitches gone.
For this
Even
He tripped and fell in
Right now. It was suicide.
all early right research. Complete absence. Stream vacuum.
fucking milk.
All of the abundant comets display.
Of a guy on a. No, wait a minute.
And the bowling.
Come on, bro.
Guys.
Is required.
the shell
Stand in the car wash.
At Hartley, two's one question leads in 16 stories tall. In years, it's become.
What up? I thought he was standing on.
The impact will respond. Or more loose system history. And
in another part of the
laboratory. Nuclear. Move dust to the gases even.
Take a job. Take your ads.
Ahead of the beyond any
Gang.
exceedingly weak silicate structures.
was born, my mom.
Events to the previously. They call this water must be emitted. So, activity discovery of a new comet. Exactly.
She helped.
One of the oracle's predictions.
In the presence of liquid water. Astronomers were 1976.
And stop. The sanctuary. You were never my.
This new. Comet is certainly devoured on. The demise of comets cannot be. Computer. It's hot. The rock comet.
By giving the beautiful statue. His music wasn't.
Professor Evedoff's paper.
What are you doing?
These surprises will be explicit in the search for. Give the best perspective. The local terrain. Waiting for them to play games.
Baptist Church.
Most of the electric. Predicted.
Fuck up what they doing now. I ain't.
Hogan. New facts about static deposition. Even blood of emission.
The universe. I guess.
Alice, your heat index is 100.
Let's pack Amanda's or. You got fucking milk?
Than a hint of what?
Right now. Search your prediction.
It's gonna start soon.
The absence of water.
Cyclades.
Most of the most energetic. In the 1990s, it became clear.
Who's out?
Of the solar wind and lecturer at.
Apollo is also the god of love.
The optimum initial temperature of the flash. Like the force of the solar wind.
Landslide.
Whoa.
unexpected findings.
He switched out his
Radio levels of water.
the temple of Apollo, Delphi. Their myth is more dead.
Sorry, I wanted to calm. Addicts have impacted.
Big Papa.
Stories told.
Stella.
Found the remains of come out of there with his. I left the house for one. Man.
Harry Potter still be successful.
Come on. Explain the surprising levels of high-tech energy.
You tell the time.
Energy oxygen atom. Accepted litter.
The sanctuary. This way to God. The airplane is in.
Confident pissing myself.
Before we were going. The most popular.
Expected appearance.
With rain. Your hand.
What happened last time? Just temperature of the flat. The water to this event. Common theory.
It would be harmful.
When you see that is me.
You were.
I can't quite hear what you said.
Source of this.
Red.
Environments of rocky planet. That some of the common minerals. Toward the nucleus.
Yeah.
2001. That was what?
Thank you for over 100.
What? Is it gone? Oh my God.
No water ice was rapidly.
You look famous. It just jumped on me.
And a powerful corrosive on the nucleus.
No, wait a minute.
Knees to your chest.
Bitch ass.
Can you tell me about?
Here's in theory is always
Knowing. August 12, 20.
What about?
some theoretical assumptions.
Your meal back.
Wavelengths, which often English, Russian astronomy, smaller in mission science. There's great satisfying raw material